college ready video. I know some of you are going back, or some of you haven't gone back, so I wanted to do this video quick, fast, and in a hurry to show you guys some of the things that I think will make you successful as a college student. So let's get started. The first thing that you really want to consider when even going to a school or a college is really doing your research on the actual institution or the university that you are inspiring to go to for school. So like, I know what I would do normally is like get online and surf the web of the colleges that are accredited in my area or in my state. The college that I go to, as you may already know, is Virginia College here in Columbia, and I love that college. And yes, I did my research, and when I went in, I found out that the college was right for me. So please do your research. If you are homeschooled, this is the right video for you. Hello homeschoolers, if you are homeschooled, then this is the video for you as well. So please stay tuned, because this applies to you as well if you are homeschooled. The class schedule. So I know if you are homeschooled, you may get it mailed. Also, if you are going to a campus at school, then you also may get it mailed. But the class schedule looks something like this. So on the actual schedules, you have the courses available, and then you have the room numbers as what you will see. And then on the side you have either if it's anatomy or physiology. But the cool thing about your beginning classes is that you can choose which classes you want to take. Like, they're not going to be like, okay, well, you take this class and you take this class. No, you choose, because this is your education. So you choose the classes you want to take and the career field that you want to go in. So basically, if you say, okay, I want to be in business administration, okay, you want to be in business, okay, well, they're just going to outline the classes that you are eligible for taking for that first time. But like I say, the general ed classes are really what you're going to be taking first, so you get to pick and choose. Usually if you have your schedule mailed, it will look like this. Along with this one, also you will have this one. So this is what it looks like when you're trying to decide, okay, which classes or which career field do I want to go into. And this one is when you already have your classes narrowed down as to what classes you want to take and all that kind of stuff. So, and here it says VC, because I said I go to Virginia College, and it says English. I took a physiology class and a med class. And you'll always know which classes you are to go to, because it says on which days, because it says the classes, and then on the side that says Mondays and Wednesdays. Then I have a Tuesday and Thursday class here. Next, we're going on to the actual student handbook. Now, as you all know, when you're first enrolling into a college or university, they give you a student handbook. Now, if you've been in education as long as I have, like ever since pre-K on up, then you know a student handbook is mostly the first thing that they give you. And I know it's like a pain in the head, because you're just like, oh my god, really, a student handbook? Like, what am I going to do with a student handbook? You need that student handbook. It's very important that you access it. So I have a student handbook. This is what my student handbook looks like. Obviously it says Virginia College on the back, but yes, this is the student handbook that I was given. And so yes, this is the student handbook. Basically, inside this wonderful student handbook here, you have all the types of things that they want you to know, like your dress code and your attendance policy and your grade and all kinds of stuff. And just when you're doing good in classes, and like when you get withdrawn from a class, or when you have to like repeat a class or sort of thing like that. So that's what this is. So student handbook is definitely something that you need if you are a college student, or if you are enrolling in school for the first time. A student handbook is very essential. So please keep in mind, you're going to need a student handbook. Trust me, student handbook is what you're going to need. Yeah, they will lay the rules down on you, but it's best for you to know the rules beforehand, firstly, before going in there and be like, oh shoot, you know what, I should have wrote that student handbook. And inside it has all these wonderful illustrations, colorful pictures. Oops. colorful pictures and stuff. So, I mean, you can never get enough of a student handbook. I mean, really. And there's like a ton of pages in this one book. It tells you how to prepare and how to have a successful future and all that kind of stuff. Okay. The next thing is school supplies. School supplies, school supplies, school supplies, school supplies. It is hot and I'm sweating outside. Okay. I have some school supplies that I want to show you. So the first thing I want to show you guys before I even get to the school supplies, there's one thing, and that is identification. An ID. An ID, an ID, an ID, and an ID. I'm going to say this again and I cannot stress this enough. When enrolling into a college or a school, you are to almost always wear your college identification, which is your ID badge, basically so people will know who you are. So an ID is very essential to have, and this, my friend, is my ID from Virginia College, and this is my photo. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yes, IDs are very important. Now to the school supplies. Okay, so the first and foremost thing that you must always have for your classes is a thesaurus and dictionary. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress this enough. A thesaurus and a dictionary is what you must have when you're going to college or school for the first time, because you never know when you're going to have to pick up these little babies. A thesaurus and a dictionary is what you need. Please keep it handy. The next thing that I have out of the school supplies that I think that college students or just students going back to school this year that they should have is index cards. Just keynotes that you want to keep in fresh in your memory, or just when you're jotting down notes, the main facts of the notes that you want to keep. So let's just say I'm studying for a biology class and I really need to focus on the bio organs of a frog. Okay, well, I'll just put frog up here, and then I'll just put organs, and then I'll list the organs of the frog and just list the main key points of the bio organs of a frog. They're also used for standardized tests, so to study for standardized tests. So like if you want to study like main terms like medical terminology, you can use these index cards to write the terms down and their definitions, and you can refer back to them later. So index cards are very great, and I think index cards are what all students need. So please, if you do not have index cards, please go out and get some of these. The next thing that I think that all students should have is a calculator. Yes. Calculators are a must, guys. Especially, it's not only used in math class, but it's used in accounting, it's used in business, it's used in medical billing and coding, it's used in all of the fields of college. So please don't just apply this to math, apply this to your everyday life, because you're going to need a calculator. So please get out and get your calculator. If you don't have one of these handheld calculators right here, please get you a scientific calculator, because those are the calculators that they do almost always ask you to have if you're in like algebra or pre-algebra or calculus class. But just a standardized calculator is like this is something that you'll need for everyday life. So please don't forget that. I also have notebook, spiral notebook here, and I also have filler paper, which is wide rule. They also have college rule, but yeah, either or work. These are very essential for class. We know you have to have paper in order to do your work, and you must have a college rule to jot down notes and assignments and stuff like that. It's always good to have tabs and stuff so you can tab out where your actual work starts in the notebook and where it ends. And if it's any graded work, you want to make sure that you tab that out as well. You want to also make sure that you have a binder as well. So you want to make sure you have a binder too. Yeah, I have this pencil case. I'm going to let you know what's in here. Okay, so this is a beautiful pencil case that I got. I got this from Kmart. So these are very handy when you want to try to put your pencils, scissors, whatever. So here I just said scissors. Here is a pair of scissors that I have. So scissors are what you need. I also have sticky notes that you're going to need to jot down more information, because you never know. Like when you maybe want to call a friend later on after school, probably just jot their number down. Yeah, just keep it. I'll get back to that one. I have a pen here. It's kind of like the actual book that I just had. It's the color of the actual book. That's what you get when you're a Virginia college student. You just don't know. Like the colors of the actual school actually pop up in your supplies. Like you just don't know. Next I have a highlighter. All students need a highlighter, okay? Highlight important notes. Please keep a highlighter somewhere handy. If you don't have one, please get one. And just get a spare of two because you're going to need highlighters. Next, I have a flash drive. Please don't forget flash drive. I know a lot of YouTubers forget to tell you guys this on school supplies. Honestly, I think I'm the first one to tell you that you need a flash drive. Please get a flash drive. Do not forget a flash drive, guys, because when you go to save work on a computer, it's easier to save your work onto a flash drive or hard drive than basically the computer's storage. So where data is almost always lost. So please get your flash drive, and it will save your life when it comes to essays and assignments and all that kind of stuff. It just keeps your work handy and it keeps you more organized. Next is a sharpener. I know this is a small one, but yeah, keep a sharpener handy. Yeah. And last but not least, a pen is nothing without its best friend, okay? Pencil. And make sure that it says number 2 on there. And this right here is the pencil gripper. So when you're writing, you don't frustrate your knuckles, or not your knuckles, but you don't hurt your fingers when you're writing, because this is wood, so it tends to hurt your fingers when you're writing with it for too long. So yeah, don't forget your number 2 pencil. Back to the thing that I was talking about. This right here is a bus pass. You need a bus pass because a bus pass is very important. Bus passes are used for transportation. Like if you are normally a car rider, like to stay in the morning, and you really don't have no means of transportation to get home from school, that's what a bus pass is for. So a bus pass is very essential. And for students that do not have transportation at all to and from school, you can get a bus to pick you up from your house, take you to the school, pick you up once your class is over, and take you right back home or wherever else you want to go. That is all for the school supplies. I know there's more, but please, like I said before, please go out and get you these things. Make sure that you get them, because school is on the way, guys, and you don't want to be unprepared for school. Like, you don't want to be unprepared for school. That's like the worst feeling ever. Like, do not show up to school without these supplies. Please don't show up to school. I'm warning you, do not do it. Okay, so the next thing is the meet and greet. Okay, so once you have everything situated, your book bag, your supplies, everything, once you understand the student handbook, once you just have received, homeschoolers, once you have received everything, like in the mail that you know you're going to need for class, and then you already have some stuff that you bought from the store for class or for school. Once you have done that, it's time for you to meet and greet. Now this is the fun part, because meeting and greeting is always fun. I know it was fun for me when I first started college, and it's going to be fun for you now that you're going back to school and that you are investing in your education. So meet and greet is basically that. Meet and greet other students. So now that you have decided what career field you want to go into, and you've decided on the classes that you're going to take, well, you may just say, hello, nice to meet you, my name is what. And I know most classes, like with me when I first got in college, and with mostly all of my classes, we had to introduce ourselves, which is kind of a pain in the butt to some because they're kind of shy. But once you do it over and over and over again, you get used to it, and it isn't as bad as it was before. So meet and greet is always fun. Please do not forget to interact with your instructors, because they are the ones that are following you throughout everything. Let them know when you're going to be absent, when you're not going to be able to make it to class, that sort of thing, or when you just are just having a bad day. They're just the ones to go to talk to, and just vent to when you just don't have anyone else to talk to. And then while you're at school, it's best to kind of get all that kind of stuff off your chest anyway before you even go to class, or before you even go to your next class, or before you even finish with the rest of the day. Just kind of get it like off your chest. I'm no way, shape, form an expert here trying to tell you how to prepare for exams, but the best way that I know how to prepare for an exam or just a standardized test in general is index cards. Like what I said, index cards, maybe partnering with a study buddy and going over the questions that you guys may have that may possibly be on the test, maybe even calling your friend on the phone, maybe for a good 10 minutes talking to them. And is it just me, or is it the sun just went off of me? Ooh, it feels so much better now. Always remember to get your work done beforehand so that you can have fun later on. Attendance. Now, attendance is very important, because if you're not in school, then you're not going to get your work. And then if you don't get your work, then you're going to be dropped from the class. And if you're dropped from the class, then your career is like basically doomed. So don't set yourself up for something like that. Always come to school, always be on time, and just be on time, because the instructors and everybody is looking at you. Your classmates are expecting for you to be in class and to reach out and to ask questions. If you don't understand something, always ask questions. Always ask questions, because what you don't ask, someone else may not even ask. So please ask. And then you'll find that the same question that you asked, the other person had that question in mind, but they were too afraid to ask it. So with you being able to ask, it's not a pain in the butt to the teacher, because the teacher sees that you are learning and therefore wants to help you. So yeah, I don't know about you guys, but this is the most funnest part about attending college and just enrolling in college in the first place. It's just recognition. I'm not talking about fame and fortune. I'm not talking about that $1 million fame. I'm not talking about that $2 billion paycheck. I'm talking about awards, like award ceremonies. These are the most funnest and memorable things that you can ever encounter. Besides graduation, attendance is very important, ladies and gents. Whether you have won perfect attendance, I know for me, I've won at least 5 perfect attendance certificates, and I was so honored. I've been awarded the Dean's List a couple of times, I think at least 3 times, and I've been on the President's List I think twice, and I'm still getting awarded Dean's List. I'm still getting awarded President's List, and I'm always get awarded perfect attendance, because I never miss a day of school. When people see that you're in school all the time and that you're educated and yet you're invested in your education, it really makes a difference, and people are going to see you more in a different light, and they're going to be able to learn from you, and they're going to want to be around you because you're in school more, versus a friend of theirs that they met early in the year, and then when the middle of the year came, they were nowhere to be found, and then towards the very end of the year, they didn't even come back to school in the first place. So you would be the person that they will bind to, and you guys will become good friends, believe it or not. Like, I just love going to school, and I just love learning, so that's the reason why I always came to school. Don't ever let anyone tell you, no, you should stop going to school. No, you should not stop going to school. You should love going to school and love being educated, and just love educating others, because when you're in school and you're being educated, man, it's no other feeling in the world being able to go out and educate other groups of people. It's no other feeling in the world. So please be happy with being educated, and be happy spreading the love of education. The next thing is being career ready. Now I know with like job readiness, and like it asks you to go to like the career services. I know like in my school it's called career services. It's just a place where you go, and it's within the school, and you go there and they set you up for job readiness. They set you up for like your career. They set you up for like externship. They set you up for all of these fun things. Internship, maybe career expos. Like if you want to go to like a career expo fundraiser or something like that, they set you up for these. So there's so much that college can offer you, and there's so much that you can learn while being in college and while interacting with other students, which is always amazing. At the very end, when you're near the very end, I know you go to career services or you go to job readiness or whatever, and you just set you up for a job, which is amazing, because all of the knowledge that you learned, you are now ready to apply that to real life. So It's always great. So congratulations when you get there. I congratulate you when you get to job readiness, because you are ready to go out into the real world and to apply those skills. And lastly but not least is have fun and keep learning all you can, because as a student you're going to encounter lots of obstacles and lots of crazy things that people are trying to tell you or try to steer you the wrong way. It's up to you, because like I said, this is your education, this is your investment into your education, into your career. I've talked about underestimation in one of my other videos, so please check that out. I will link that video down below so you guys can check that out, because underestimation is what you're going to encounter every day of your lives, not just going to school, but every day of your life you're going to encounter underestimation. So please watch that video if you have not watched it already, and please give it a thumbs up. And yeah, that is it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also comment down below your school supplies haul or whatever, or your version of back to school video, and I will check those out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and until next time, I will see you lovely beauties and lovely gentlemen back again at my channel. Bloopers. Bye.